Hey folks, end all be all here, and we are back for the finals of the second week. And today we're facing our opponent is Ruligan from the guild HA Mandalo. I believe that stands for Hellenic Alliance. It's a Greek guild, and pretty decent lifetime banner, 735k. I've just crossed about 800k lifetime banners just a few days ago, but 735 is great. It's within that range of being really successful in Grand Arena. And if I take a look at their historic performance in GAC, he's previously reached rank 148 in Khyber, which again says that he's a really efficiency-oriented player, doesn't make many mistakes, and yeah, in terms of GLs and roster, he's got three GLs just like me. He's got Sith Eternal instead of Ray. I've got Ray, but in terms of the rest of the roster, he's pretty solid. I mean, look at that. 7-star Kia Dimandi, um, pretty decked out, very fast characters. So looking forward to this challenge. It's going to be a good one. And when I was scouting my opponent, Ruligan, I found out that my current opponent, Ruligan, he tends to vary up his defense based on what the opponent has, who is facing. I wasn't able to find any pattern in his defense setting. He sometimes keeps gas on defense, gas on offense. Sometimes he keeps one or two GLs on defense. Sometimes he keeps everything on offense. DR also half the time he keeps it on defense, on offense. And in terms of ships, he's kept Malevolence, Negotiator, Radis, Tarkin, as well as Rebels, all of them on defense at some time or the other. So very difficult to predict. So I knew that going in, I can't really rely on history. He's going to change things up for me. So what I did was I knew that he didn't have Ray. So the only counter that he had to a Ray I noticed in his history was Sith Eternal and Watt. So I decided to draw out the Sith Eternal and Watt in the front, and then keep my Ray at the back. So that's what I did over here. And I saw that he usually takes Sith Eternal against both Darth Revan and Gas, which is why I kept both of them, Darth Revan and Gas, in the front in order to draw out the Sith Eternal. And then I kept my Ray at the back. Really, not that great supporting characters for Ray. It's we've got Scavenger Ray for the damage, and then three tanks. But the main damage dealer is going to be Ray, and if Sith Eternal and Watt is exhausted, then I think that my opponent might be struggling against this particular comp over here. Kept crew at the back, and then up top, I kept again three other tough teams. There's my Bando team, there's JTR with the heroes, and then I've kept Padme. So want to make sure that he stretches his roster in order to beat me. And then I didn't keep both my get two ships. I just kept Negotiator on defense, and then I kept Home One. And I was sure that my opponents would change up his ships, so I wasn't sure what exactly he would keep. So I kept my own Malevolence on offense, just in case I need to take out a Negotiator. So that's what I did for ships. And if I take a look at my opponent, he's also kept uniformly tough teams. He's kept his Padme squad with Barriss, probably to make the Jedi Knight Revan counter a little tougher just because you recover health with every crit. He's kept his JTR squad without Resistance Hero Poe, which is interesting to see, but he's kept his Finn in there. And then he's kept Mon Mothma with uh, with the Nest in there, and I believe that's because he wants to prevent me using a Mon Mothma mirror or my own troopers to take that out. Nest probably creates some problems over there. I personally don't like a non-rebel in there because it means that Mon Mothma is not going to be able to revive any of the characters if a non-rebel is present over there. So it decreases her utility by half. So I prefer to go in with an all rebel team, but I believe he was effective in at least making me not do a Mon Mothma mirror, I guess. But let's see what's there in the south. Over here, he has kept his own gas on defense, and he's kept his crew squad over here, and the crew is without Red Trooper, if you notice. So I felt he might have kept his own Red Trooper on offense to use with his SLKR, or he could be hiding at the back as well, or he could be using Red Trooper with Darth Revan or with Vader. Those are all very good places that Red Trooper can fit in. So not surprised to see no Red Trooper over here. But gas is going to be interesting because the one thing that I did was I saw that my opponent was able to take out enemy CLS teams pretty easily with his Grievous. He uses that counter quite a lot, and I saw that he takes out Grievous also pretty easily. He usually uses Mon Mothma, but he takes out Grievous pretty easily as well. So I decided to keep my own Grievous on offense and my CLS on offense because I thought he might be able to easily take out my CLS squad. I might as well use the CLS to take out a tough squad over here. And that's what I'm doing over here. I use CLS on offense to take out the gas. That's going to be my goal because I want to save all my GLs for the back. And so I use my CLS over here. And my CLS is both my Chewies are modded for like 160 to 190% tenacity. And that's important for with the gas counter. With the gas counter, what I do is you always go after gas first in your shoots first. And because fives gains turn meter and targets back, you are able to get a few counters in right at the beginning. Then all you need to do is get rid of fives as soon as possible. And once you do that, then I usually do the AoE with the Chupio to soften these guys up a little bit. And then I take out Rex. And then the best outcome is to take out all of the supporting 501st before Gas gets a chance to stand up, which is why I leave Echo till the last so that when he does his AoE, you can, everyone everyone is going to counterattack and then kill him. And then once Gas gets up, it's pretty easy to take care of him. And you'll notice over here, none of the dazes landed on my Chewies just because they've got like 160 to 190% tenacity, which is why all of them were able to counter Gas back and take him out. So 54 banners, it's a good outcome. It's a one shot. That's the most important thing. And then for the second battle, I decided to take in my JKR against the Kylo Ren squad. It's a relatively easier Kylo Ren squad without Red Trooper in there. But with JKR, what I do is I need to take out Hux first because he prevents turn meter generation, which is important for Yoda at least in the team. So I get rid of him. The rest of the squad is pretty easy to take out. There's really not much danger over here. They'll take a few turns, but the main damage dealer or the main control character is gone. Now I just need to get rid of Fox, and then this team is done. So that's what I'm doing over here right now. Crew is taunting, so I'm just trying to get rid of him so that I can focus down on the others. And yeah, even though there was no healing immunity on this squad, I was able to take down Crew pretty easily just because this team does so much damage. It's pretty amazing. So Fox also taken out, and now I'm just trying to recover protection on the others. JTR would have been a good counter against this as well, but I have my JTR on defense. But Jedi Knight Revan is one of those flexible squads which does just fine versus these kind of squads. So now I'm just in the process of recovering some protection on. I think I've got almost everything on Basti, so I should be good. A little bit of protection missing on Jolie, but that's fine. There's nothing much I can do about that. Now I just finish it off with one hit from Yoda and end with 59 banners. Now, let's see what's at the back. Now, I knew my opponent would save some tricks for me at the back, and if I take a look at it, I see that he's kept his SLKR with the Daka and Zombie. Now, he's never kept this team in the back. And then he's kept his CLS squad. CLS also he usually keeps on offense to take out Gas or any other tough team like that. So I was a little surprised to see CLS on offense as well. But SLKR with Daka Zombie, a little surprised about that because maybe he figured that I might use my GLs up front to take out the Gas or something and then struggle with SLKR at the back. But luckily I have my own GML squad, so I can fashion some team to be able to take out the SLKR. And luckily, since I've kept my own Grievous on offense, I should be able to take care of the the CLS squad as well. So so then I waited for a little while, and I wanted to see if my opponent goes, and then he did have a chance to go, and he finished his attack phase. He was able to. Now, since I'd put up a score of 1-1-2-3 on the board, if just for my front zone, that was about 57.5 banners per match. That put a little pressure on him, so he needed to ensure that he was efficient in order to be able to win. So I believe he took both his GLs over here in the front because he didn't have gas, CLS, any of the his own gas or any of the other tough squads to be able to take out gas, the non-GL version of a counter to gas and DR. So I believe he took both his GLs in over here. And got about 59 and 54, I believe, in the front two zones, which is why he ended up struggling a bit in the rest of the zones, because once he exhausted his GLs at the back, I had kept my Ray. He got trapped on the Ray. He had no solution for that, so ended up not being able to clear it after one attempt. Got 60 on the crew, no surprise there. He had plenty on offense, except for his GLs. And then over here, he one-shot the Bando team. He one-shot the Ray team for about 48, I think. And he had to have 3 battles against Padme, so that was good to see. I think he might have taken his Vader against the Bando team, maybe, or maybe against Ray, JTR, and then ended up struggling a little bit against Padme. So quite a few dropped battles, and then against my ships, he got a couple of battles in against my negotiator and one battle against my rebels. I think got 68 over there, but a couple of battles against negotiator. So quite a lot of struggle over here, which was good to see. So in the end, all I need to do is clear the board to win. My opponent got 18-22, and he's not going to have enough to clear my Ray at the back. So I just have to go ahead and clear whatever is there in front of me. So first, against the CLS, I checked the tenacity. That's the number one thing. So 120% tenacity on one of the Chewies, and no tenacity on the other Chewie, just about 57%. So safe enough to take the General Grievous counter. So what I do over here is just pray to get the right RNG, and I got the right RNG over here in Newt being targeted first. Not many target locks have landed, but that's fine. These guys, they stack up potency as they go along. So what I'm doing over here is trying to land ability block or target lock on Chewie. CLS obviously is targeting my Grievous, but then I put extortion on him. Always put extortion on CLS, because that really slows him down and makes him waste his turns. Like right there, he wasted his ability to cleanse the extortion, and he didn't end up taking a turn. So that's a great advantage of extortion on CLS. So now my B2 is gone. So I need to do what I can to spread target locks, and there you see everyone has got target locks, which is great. That means they're not going to be able to counter anymore. And the droids get stacking potency as they get resisted. So that's why as time goes on, the target locks keep getting applied more and more. So here you can see they're trying to do damage, but I'm doing okay so far. Took out the second Chewie. And now, since there's since everyone has got target lock, I can safely do an AoE. And now I decide to take out Han, and then now I just need to heal up a little bit and take out Commander Luke Skywalker. And there we go. So that's the final death blow, and I end with about 54 banners, which is a good outcome. With Grievous on offense, we typically tend to lose banners, so 54 banners is a good outcome against that squad. Now check out the speed on the Kylo Ren, 573, pretty fast, which means it's going to be 603 with the speed bonus, 603. And as it happens, my Jedi Master Luke is at 564, I believe, which means with a 40 speed bump, he's exactly at 604. So 1 speed more than the enemy SLKR. So every single speed on your mods matters. That's the bottom line. So first step, I took in Watt over here because I wanted two things. One, I wanted protection recovery on JML. JML and Watt make a wonderful combination. And then secondly, I wanted the weapon stack on my damage dealer, Jedi Knight Luke, to prevent Daka's revives. Because she can get quite annoying with those revives in this particular team. Otherwise, this is a very hard counter to this team. You can take in Yoda. You don't need to take in Jedi Knight Lu. You can take in Yoda. You can take in Cam, any one of those others. But I had this team to spare, so I decided to take it in. I like the mass stun. It helps. And you've got two dispels in this team because you've got both Shakti as well as Jedi Knight Luke dispelling on their basic. So both the taunts that you have over here, they are ineffective essentially. You can target anyone that you want. So first things first, I get rid of the Sith Trooper because otherwise every time I kill any of the first order characters, he'll get to take a turn. And then now that weapon stack is on Luke, I take care of Daka. And now it's just a question of getting rid of, I apply some foresight on everyone so that Kylo Ren, when he goes, he will whiff on the next AoE that he'll do. I'm just working on the other characters over here, so there you go. The timing of the foresight was perfect because I was able to dodge everything. Then I put this on Shakti and get rid of first order Stormtrooper. And then now get rid of Zombie. There we go. And now it's just a question of controlling Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Instead of Shakti, if you can spare Basti, Basti also is a great one because then you'll be able to call her to assist and apply ability block, which really neuters Kylo Ren quite a lot. But you can see over here with Watt's tech, I'm in no danger at all. This guy's pretty far away from his ultimate, and I'm almost at full health and full protection on everyone. So all I need to do is give some big hits with Jedi Knight Luke, and then this team is taken care of pretty easily. So in the end, 59 banners against the GL, always a good outcome. Nothing ever in doubt over there. That's a hard counter. You don't even need Watt in there. You can even go in with another Jedi like Old Ben or Basti, and that will still work fine. So now that the two toughest teams at the back, the two back zone surprises are taken care of, we can focus on the other zones over here. Now check this out. The speed on the BB-8, BB-8 is the fastest character on this team, is 306, which means if you take the 8% turn meter that he gets for each droid, which is for both for him and for R2-D2, that's 16% turn meter. So what you need to do is 306 divided by 0.84, which is 1 minus 16%. That gives you a speed of 364, I believe. Yeah, 364. That's the speed. That's the effective speed of BB-8. So this is a really fast team. It moves really fast. So what I decided to do was I decided to check my troopers, what speed they are at, and you can check out over here. My Moff Gideon is at exactly 345 speed, so plus 20 from Veer's lead, 365. So 364 speed for the BB-8 and 365 speed for the Moff Gideon. So again, every single speed on your mod matters. I was able to defeat my my opponent by 1 speed on just because of my trooper team over here. So troopers are able to mow everything down as long as you get the turn meter advantage, and in this case I was able to get the turn meter advantage by exactly 1 speed. So this is a chance for me to showcase a Dark Trooper. I recently got him unlocked and relicked up to Relic 4. I believe Relic 4 or 5 is more than enough for most counters, including Sith Eternal Emperor counters. So you get to see over here my Moff Gideon goes first. I take out Resistance Hero Finn because I don't like his inspired ability. And then once everyone's turn meter is reduced, it's it's a pretty simple job. You can even hit auto over here. These guys are going to do a pretty decent job. I give the mark to Death Trooper or to Dark Trooper just because he's so good at eliminating characters, one-shotting them rather. So there you go. Even though most of my troopers are all G12, and Dark Trooper by himself is able to do more than enough to take care of this squad. So there you go. Nothing much over here. It's a quick 1-minute battle, And Dark Trooper, look at how much he's hitting for, 40k per hit, and he's got 4 stacks of that hit. So he simply melts the team before they even get a chance to go. So I think my opponent was trying to prevent me from using troopers, but I managed to find one place where I could use them. Then what else? Then there's the Padme squad. I mean, Padme can be soloed by Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I've done it tons of time before. You just need to shock or stun Anakin to start with, and then a couple of AoEs and everyone is done. But I had teams to spare. I mean, I wasn't going to do anything with it anyway, so I decided to take a bunch of characters, support characters, which I thought might do decent. So over here, I give this to Kylo Ren, and then um yeah, I mean, there's nothing much to say in this battle. I could have easily got 63 in this one as well. You can see how hard these guys are hitting. But yeah, I just took everyone in just for fun. So there you go. 58 battles, banners, a couple of banners lost over there, but it's not going to be an efficiency match, so why to take a risk? And then the final squad, this nest with Mon Mothma, decided to take in my Vader with the Darth Traya and Darth Sion. This also is an extremely simple match. Darth Traya and Sion by themselves are a hard counter, but in this particular setup, it's pretty easy. Vader is obviously going to go first because of all the rebels giving him the speed bump. I do the AoE on Nest to prevent her from countering, and then go around the board. And even though you see Cara Dune has got tenacity up, the ability block still lands because it's irresistible by Jedi and rebels. I just go around the board, take care of Pow, and he's not going to be revived anymore because Nest is in the team. So that's one disadvantage of Nest being there. I'm just going around the board, um, trying to get rid of all of them one by one. Give this to Treya. I isolate Nest because these guys are going to end up taking a turn. So I need to be able to. Oh, Pow did get revived. Huh. Okay. So I think the case is if you've got a non-rebel in the team, then that non-rebel character is not going to get revived. But I think the rebel fighters can probably get revived. Uh, yeah, I think that's the case with these guys. Anyway, I take out Pow a second time. He's only G12, not much of an issue. And then I'm just trying to take out the others guys one by one. A little bit of protection recovery on him. One big shot to take out Nest, and then now it's just a question of getting rid of Cara Dune, and then we should be good. So there you go. Annihilate coming up, and this is overkill. I could have delayed on Nest a little bit to recover some banners, but again, not an efficiency match, so I was just looking to get through the character zone as fast as possible. So character zone one-shotted for 1801, which is a good outcome. And I see over here he's kept two relatively weaker ships. I think because he saw from my match history that I usually keep both my get-to ships on defense, got a little nervous probably and decided to take both his get-to ships on offense. So these two ships are really not much of an issue especially since I've got Malevolence and I've got Radars. Those two ships are really offensive powerhouses. So I just need to one shot to win. So I took my Malevolence in there, and I didn't even need so many ships. I could have probably done with only Spy as a reinforcement, but again, not an efficiency match. So I decided to take everything in just to guarantee the one shot. I could have probably squeezed out 10 banners or so on efficiency in this whole match if I'd paid attention, but again, that didn't really matter. So Malevolence is a hard counter to Empire Fleet, especially this particular Empire Fleet. They don't have any cleanse. The only source of cleanse is Gauntlet, and my opponent does not have Gauntlet leveled up. So it's a pretty straightforward battle. There's nothing much that they can do. With the buzz droids, both the tank as well as Vader's ship gets taken out pretty comfortably, and then it's just a question of getting the other characters out before you lose too many banners on your team. So TIE Fighter Palace is out. They get a little bit of turn meter, but that's fine. And now I'm just working on Shuttle. And this should take out shuttle. Yep, in under a minute for 63 banners. So I would have probably got 65 if I didn't take in those couple of reinforcements. Next is Radis is a great ship on offense. It can take out any ship out there, whether it's Negotiator, Malevolence. So first order ships are really not much of an issue for Radis. Um, there's first order ships lack a cleanse, which is a big oversight, and that's something which makes them really really weak on defense. So as long as you get in a tank and you're able to take out the priority for tackling first order ships is to take out a cruise ship first, the silencer. That's the main damage dealing ship. So once that is taken out, then it's a pretty straightforward job cleaning up the rest of it. So I took in Clone Sarge as a tank over there. Again, I didn't need any reinforcements, maybe just maximum one reinforcement. I probably didn't need so many, but just decided to go for the heck of it. So they landed that debuff on Poe. So I'm going after Silencer. And there's no tank over here, so I'm free to go after Silencer and attack him as much as I want. Here, let me see, what did I do? I don't think I did the heal. I think I gave that buff up to my post ship. And you can see over here, we're almost out. Tank comes in over here, Bounty Hunter, Boba. Not a great tank though. It's definitely one of the worst ones in the game. But maybe with the new Razor Crest, we might find a place for Boba. But at least right now, it's pretty bad. It's not a very tanky ship, which is why it really sucks that he taunts when he comes out. But yeah, there it is. So Silencer gets taken out of the AoE itself, and now I'm just trying to get rid of the other ships. Heal up a little bit over here, and do as many special abilities as I can, so that I reach my ultimate as soon as possible. Yeah, Radis versus Finalizer is actually no major issue at all. So I'm just getting in a few reinforcements to take care of whatever straggling ships are left behind. Boba's ship is taken care of, and now just one final ship, and then we should be done. So here, the first order Special Forces TIE Fighter. I do the ultimate over here, and then the ultimate is good because it helps to recover some amount of health and protection. So it tops up your banners a little bit. So even if you can take out the enemy ship without using the ultimate, always go ahead and use it. Here I ended up with 66 banners because of that. So pretty decent outcome in ships, and overall the end result was 21-16 to 18-22. So good outcome. I really enjoyed the defense because my opponent didn't. He went bold. He went tough defense. Tried to trap me at the back with a GL, and I did the same to him as well. Tried to trap him at the back with a GL. My plan was successful. I fortunately saved enough on offense to be able to clear the front zone without using GLs. So I had that flexibility to be able to take out his back zone effectively with what teams I had. So. Good outcome. Enjoy the match. All the best to you, Rooligan. Hope you do well for the rest of the GAC season. I will catch the rest of you in a couple of days when the next week begins for 5v5. I've also just unlocked the Razor Crest. I'll be doing some testing on that on my own just to see where it fits in best. So look forward to some videos, or maybe in the next GAC I might use my Razor Crest in the fleet to figure something out. All right, so that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. I will catch you guys in a couple of days. Happy gaming.